Have you ever thought about raising backyard chickens? Why would I want to do that, you might ask? Well, let's start by saying that these feathered friends offer a lot more than you might think. Raising backyard chickens is not just about having a steady supply of fresh eggs, although that's a pretty great perk. It's also about sustainability. Chickens are great recyclers, turning kitchen scraps into nutrient-rich compost, but the benefits don't stop there. These clucky companions can help foster a deeper connection with nature. Their simple routines and charming antics can be a source of joy and relaxation. Just watching them peck and scratch can provide a therapeutic break from our fast-paced digital world. And did you know that chickens are good for teaching kids about responsibility and the circle of life? Yep, that's true. So let's dive into the top 10 reasons why you should consider raising your own backyard chickens. Number 10, fresh and nutritious eggs. Let's talk about the golden goodness that comes from your backyard chickens, the eggs. Nothing compares to the taste of an egg that's just been laid hours earlier. It's a taste of pure, unadulterated freshness that store-bought eggs just can't match. Not only are they fresh, but they're packed with nutrition too. Home-raised eggs have been found to contain less cholesterol, less saturated fat, more vitamins, and more omega-3 fatty acids than their supermarket counterparts. That's because your backyard chickens are able to roam freely, peck at the ground, and eat a natural diet, which contributes to the nutritional value of their eggs. And let's not forget the satisfaction of collecting your own eggs. There's something incredibly rewarding about walking out to your coop in the morning, basket in hand, and gathering the fruits of your hen's labor. So for the freshest and most nutritious eggs, nothing beats your own backyard hens. Number 9, natural pest control. Now let's talk about one of the lesser-known benefits of raising backyard chickens. They're your own little pest patrol. You see, chickens love to snack on all sorts of creepy crawlies. We're talking bugs, grubs, worms, even small rodents. While we might turn up our noses at these critters, chickens see them as a gourmet meal. Better yet, these pests are packed full of protein, making them a nutritious part of a chicken's diet. So while your chickens are happily pecking away, they're also keeping your yard free from pests. This has a twofold benefit. Not only does it keep your garden looking pristine, but it can also help reduce the amount of chemical pesticides you might be using. These chemicals can be harmful to the environment, not to mention your family and pets. So by keeping chickens, you're controlling pests in a natural, eco-friendly way. With backyard chickens, you have your own little pest patrol. Number 8, sustainability and reducing waste. Now you know how much we love to talk about sustainability. And guess what? Our feathered friends are champions at it. Chickens are like little eco-warriors, helping us reduce our kitchen waste by gobbling up those scraps we don't use. Think about all those potato peels, carrot tops, and stale bread. Instead of ending up in a landfill, they're a gourmet meal for your backyard brood. And what do they give us in return? Some of the richest compost you could ever hope for. That's right, these chicken droppings are black gold for your garden. Full of nutrients that help your plants thrive. Talk about a win-win. You're reducing waste, enriching your soil, and getting the tastiest eggs in return. So if you're looking to lead a more sustainable lifestyle, chickens are a fantastic place to start. Chickens are nature's recyclers, turning your waste into valuable compost. Number 7, it's educational for kids. Have you ever thought about how raising backyard chickens can be a fantastic educational journey for little ones? It's like having a living classroom right in your backyard. From the moment the chicks hatch, children can learn about the fascinating life cycle of chickens. They'll see firsthand how the fluffy little chicks grow into full-grown hens. But that's not all. Raising chickens teaches kids about responsibility. They'll learn to care for their feathered friends, feed them, clean their coop, and make sure they're safe from predators. It's a wonderful way to instill a sense of duty and compassion in children. And let's not forget about the food chain. Kids will understand where their food comes from when they collect fresh eggs from their backyard. They'll learn to appreciate the natural food cycle and might even develop a deeper respect for nature itself. Raising chickens can be a fun and educational family activity. Number 6, fostering a connection with nature. Now let's talk about something that's not often considered when raising backyard chickens, but it's just as important: our connection with nature. The hustle and bustle of modern life can sometimes leave us feeling disconnected from the world around us, but raising chickens is a great way to reconnect. As you care for these creatures, you start to understand their behaviors, their needs, and their rhythms. You see firsthand the cycle of life, the changing of the seasons. You learn to appreciate the simplicity and complexity of nature. Chickens also give us a sense of responsibility for our environment. We see how our actions impact the world around us, from the food we give them to the care we provide. And in return, they offer us not just eggs or entertainment, but a chance to be a part of something bigger, something natural, something real. Chickens help us reconnect with the natural world in a very personal way. Number 5, mental health benefits. Now you might be surprised, but chickens can be good for your mental health. Caring for these feathery friends can do a world of good for your mind and spirit. It's in the simple, everyday tasks like feeding them and collecting their eggs where you can find a soothing rhythm, a routine that brings a sense of calm and order to your day. There's a special kind of peace that comes from watching these birds peck and strut around the yard. And let's not forget the satisfaction of knowing you're providing a good life for these creatures. It's a responsibility, sure, but it's also a joy, a little slice of life that keeps you grounded, that reminds you of the simple pleasures. So don't underestimate the power of poultry. Your feathered friends can be quite therapeutic. Number 4, they're low maintenance. Now don't get me wrong, every living creature requires a certain level of care, but compared to your average domestic pet, chickens are a walk in the park. First, chickens are hardy animals. They're adaptable and resilient, capable of thriving in various climates and conditions. The basics of chicken care boil down to 3 simple things: food, water, and shelter. Chickens are natural foragers, happy to peck away at bugs, grass, and kitchen scraps. A simple chicken feed supplement will ensure they get all the nutrients they need. Water? Just fill up their waterer once a day and they're good to go. And shelter? A secure coop to keep them safe from predators at night is all they need. Daily egg collection and the occasional coop cleaning are pretty much the only chores required. That's it. Chickens offer all these benefits without asking for much in return. Number 3, they're great for gardens. Now, if you're a green thumb enthusiast, you're going to love this one. Chickens are like a garden's best friend. They're natural pest controllers, munching away on those annoying insects that can wreak havoc on your plants. But there's more to it than just pest control. Chickens are also fantastic organic fertilizers. As they scratch and peck, they're turning over the soil, helping to aerate it. Their droppings are like gold for plants, packed with nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. These are key nutrients that help plants grow strong and healthy. Imagine having a vibrant, pest-free garden rich with organic produce, all thanks to your feathered friends. It's like having your very own garden maintenance crew, except they're fluffy and they cluck. So if you're passionate about gardening, chickens can be a game changer. They contribute so much to a healthier, more productive garden. Your garden will thank you for adding chickens to the mix. Number 2, a source of organic meat. Now, this may not be for everyone. Some folks just want chickens for their egg production. But it's worth noting that raising your own chickens can provide a sustainable source of organic meat. If you've ever ventured down the meat aisle, you've probably seen the higher price tag on organic options. It's not just about cost, though. Raising chickens in your backyard gives you control over their diet and environment. You know they're not being pumped full of hormones or antibiotics, and they're living a life as nature intended. Plus, they're not subjected to the poor conditions found in some factory farms. Ethical concerns are valid, and raising your own chickens can ease those worries. You're ensuring the meat on your table is both ethically raised and of the highest quality. It's a win-win, really. So if you're up for it, why not consider this route? Raise your own chickens for meat that you can trust. And finally, number 1, endless entertainment. If you've ever spent time watching chickens, you know they're far from boring. Each chicken has its own unique personality, full of quirks and charm. Some chickens are the bold adventurers of the flock, always the first to explore a new part of the yard or sample a different type of food. Others are the gentle nurturers, often seen comforting their fellow flock members or keeping a keen eye on the chicks. Then there are the comedians of the group, the chickens that will have you laughing with their antics and surprising intelligence. They can play, dance, and even perform tricks. Yes, tricks. Chickens are smarter than you might think, and they can bring so much joy to a household. They're like feathery little comedians, always ready to put on a show. Chickens, they're not just for the farm anymore. They're entertaining, beneficial, and ideal for any backyard. So if you've been sitting on the fence, now's the time to hop over, go on, give it a try, and bring a little bit of the farm to your backyard.